Well, good afternoon, everyone. So let us continue with where we actually left yesterday. So yesterday we have seen discussed some of the features of Java, like it is a multi-threaded programming. It is a distributed. Means Java supports distributed programming. Java is a platform-independent language. Then we just uh, uh, seen the first program in Java. So there are some more things which are supposed to be discussed regarding that. Uh, we will see now. I hope my screen is visible to you, everyone. Now,
Sir.
okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So now, see here. Yesterday we have written this first program. Uh, my first Java program that we have created. Where we have created it. See a second semester folder, and in that we have written this first Java program. So we have written it in Notepad. We opened the Notepad and we have written the program and we have saved it in the file. And then I went to the command prompt. Command prompt also where actually our file is saved. Um, we have to go there. So d:/MCA second semester Java. There you have to go and we have to execute. So this is one way of going to command prompt. So if you click on this uh, uh, when you click here and if you type cmd in the windows, then directly you can go to the path, right? That is one way. Otherwise I can type cmd here also. I can type cmd here also in the search box. So when I type cmd here, okay, so then the window will be opened like this. So see, the path name is c:/user/Nadeem. Okay, this is for my system. What I have to do here is I cannot compile the program here. I cannot say Java C my first Java program. I cannot compile it here. So if I compile it, it will say that the file is not found. It will say the file is not found. Why? Because file not found. See here, I am in different folder there. So first of all, I have to go to that particular folder. So I have to type d:, then I have to get cd mca semester. What is that file directory name? Yeah, mca second semester Java. mca second semester Java. And I have to work on here. Instead of all this stuff, it is better for you to directly um, type cmd here, and then directly the path will be opened. Of course, the font size I have increased it, that's why it's looking somewhat bigger here. So that is thing. The next thing here, very important thing here is, if someone is installing the Java for the first time, in your PC, then you need to find out where actually this Java C and uh, uh, Java are there. I mean to say that you need to identify the path. So please listen this very carefully. So before that, I'm just going to do somewhat a little bit stuff here. So this I will explain you what I have done and what I have done. But meanwhile, let me do it. Now, see here. Now the difference I will show you. Yesterday I have not touched this point. So today, so after going CMD, if I'm typing here, now if I say Java C, my first Java program dot Java, it is saying a message Java C is not recognized as internal or external command. Java C is not recognized as internal or external command. So it is showing an error. Yesterday it got compiled very easily, but today because I have done some stuff here, that's the reason why the program is not going to get compiled. So this will be the message which will be displayed when you first install Java and try to execute the program. So I repeat this point that when you install Java for the first time and directly if you go to the command prompt after saving the file, saving your .java program, and if you are trying to compile the file, this is the error or this is the message which you are going to see. Because the reason here is Java C is actually a compiler. The Java C command is a compiler. So when you're giving Java C my first Java program, what happens here is it is going to search for Java C file. It is going to search for Java C file in this folder where we are currently in MCA second semester Java folder. Okay, so if you list out the directories or the folders which are here, so it contains only two files: my first Java program and my first .java as well as my first program .class. Only these two files are there, and even if I say that I can remove this .class files also, I have just deleted it. Now if I list again, see here, I just find only my first Java program .java. And now if I try to compile the program, I'm going to get this error. So because it is searching for Java C command in this folder. Currently we are in MCA second semester Java folder. So it is searching for that command here. So we should tell the compiler, we should tell the operating system, we will tell here where this Java C is found. Where Java C is found. So I just show you once again that as I told you yesterday, after installation, so in my computer, in my laptop, so the Java is installed in program files x86, in which I have a Java file, Java folder in this JDK 1.8.0 underscore 121, and in this I find the bin folder. In bin folder, actually, we are going to have this Java C here. So in bin folder, we have Java C as well as Java. So I should actually tell the compiler, I should tell the I should tell the operating system where actually this command is found. So this command is found in this path. Command is found in this path. So just I'm showing you here. So C:/program files x86. Okay, JDK 1.8.0 bin. So this is in my system. It may differ in your laptop or your system. Okay, that may be different here. So what we have to do here is before we actually use it, what we have to do here is we need to set the path. We need to set the path. Set path is equals to C:/program files x86 Java /JDK 1.8.0/bin. So I had to give this. So once I give this, what happens here is the path will be set. What is the path? Meaning of path means it is the way. Means you are telling to the operating system. You are telling the operating system to search for that particular command in that particular folder. Okay, so see here the difference I will show you before setting the path and after setting the path. So Java C, if I type like this, so it is saying It is not an internal or external command. Now if I say set path equals to C colon slash, just I have copied it and I am pasting it here. Okay, program files x86 Java JDK 1.8.0 underscore 121 slash bin. Now the path is set. Now what the meaning of that here is, you need to search for in this folder. You need to search for whatever the commands which you are giving in C colon slash program files slash Java slash JDK 1.8.0 underscore 121 slash bin. Means you are telling the compiler to, you are telling the operating system to search for the commands in this folder. Now see the difference. Now if I say Java C, so previously it said it is not recognized. Now if I say Java C, see some stuff has been displayed now. Some stuff has been displayed. The meaning of that is now the path is set. Now the path is set. Now you can compile the program. Now you can compile the program. Now if you try to compile it, the program will get compiled, and now see here the dot class file which we had deleted earlier will be created. So this is very important. Whenever you start using the Java, you need to set the path, and this path will remain as long as you don't close this window. As long as you don't close this window, it will remain. But once you close this window, see, I'm closing it, and again I'm opening it. Now if I say Java C, again it is saying not recognized. Then again what I have to do, I have to set the path. The way the process is set path equals to okay, path is set. Now if I try, see, this all stuff will be displayed. So this is the way to set the path here. But what you can do here is, I hope everyone understood this particular concept. So any doubt regarding this? Anyone?
Sir, every time fixing every time path is difficult for us. No, sir.
Yeah. That's what I'm means. Until now, did you understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now, the alternative for this is, every time when you open, as just Amelia said, that means every time we have to open the every time we have to set the path. So instead of that, what you can do here is, you can set the path forever. You can set the path forever. Means even if you close the window, even if you shut down the system, and again if you restart the system, then you have the path remains. So for that, what you have to do here is, you have to go in this fashion. This is the procedure. The procedure for this is, you right click on this PC or my computer. Right click on this PC and you go to properties. Okay, so you should right click on this PC and you have to go to properties. When you go to that, this particular window will be opened. Once this particular window is opened, then you have in this advanced system settings. You have advanced system settings. So you click on this advanced system settings. So when you click on this advanced system settings, you will get this particular window again. In this, you have environment variables. Below this, you have environment variables. I just repeat the procedure once again. You right click on this PC, go to properties, and in properties, you have to click on advanced system settings. Then you have, in this window, you have an environment variables. So you will get this variables. You will get this window. Once you click on that environment variables, you will get this window. In this, you click on, this is, see here, two system variables window is there. User variables for Nadeem is also here. So you click on new in this top one, not the bottom one. In the top one, you click on this new. Then you'll get this window. Got it? So once I will repeat once again. After going to environment variables, you click on new from the user variables here. Click on new. Then you give the variable name as path. Okay, give the variable name as path, and then you give the variable value as the bin folders path, whatever the bin folders path in your system, because it may differ. It may not be same in your system. It may be different in your system. Okay, in your laptop or desktop or whatever it is. Then you first of all you need to find the bin folder. Then you give the entire path and you click on OK. So then you place OK. Then OK. Just close this window. Now you go back to the command prompt. Just I'm closing this window because to refresh it once again, because okay, just closing it again. Then now go here, CMD, without doing anything. Without doing anything, says I'm saying Java C. So it is path is set. You closed it. Again you open it. You say Java C. Yes, it is set. Now you can say Java C, my first Java program .java, and to execute it, it is Java space my first Java program. No need of dot class or any extension. Just you type it, then you will get the result. Well, welcome to Java programming. So that is the way to set the path and execute the program. Okay, so any doubt regarding this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So still, if any doubt is there, see, I always say that, say, be frank, be friendly, ask your doubt. Any doubt you have, you can ask me. Again, I can explain you. But if you are not asking, if you are carrying the doubts like this, the doubt will remain doubt forever. So please just speak out, ask any kind of doubt you have. Okay, so now after this is common procedure. Now I am not going to repeat it again. Daily we are just going to open the command prompt, and we are going to run the programs. We will start doing the programs and we are going to run the programs. Now the next thing here is about the program itself, which we need to discuss. Now this is our first program. So the first line, this is the comment line. So like C in Java also, of course, in C there is no multi-line comments. The multi-line comments in C are placed between slash asterisk and asterisk slash. The same thing either can be used in Java. For multi-line comments, you can go for slash asterisk and asterisk slash. In C language, both for single line or multi-line comments, you can go for slash asterisk and slash. You have to go for slash asterisk and asterisk slash. But in case of Java, if it is a single line comment, what you can do here is you can go for double slash. If you're using double slash, it is a single line comment. The comments are not a part of compilation. Those are only meant for our purpose to understand for. Then you have the public keyword. This is a keyword. So you need to means all of it means however I have written the program mainly from here to here. In same way you have to write the program. Apart from this, this is your wish. Whatever you are going to write and whatever way you are going to display, that is up to you. But remaining everything you need to display. The comments also you can write in your own way. only provided it should have two backslash there. Now, public is an access specifier. Means the meaning of that is anybody can access it. So we have public access specifier, private, protected. These three things, three different kinds of access specifiers are there. So we will talk more about what is public, what is private, and what is protected once we got habituated, once we got accustomed with the programming. Because there may be some new uh, learners who are first time learning Java. It may be difficult for them to understand. Somebody, as I came to know that you have already done Java programming in your graduation. Okay, so whatever it is, what I am saying here is the public is an access reserve which is meant for everything. So next is a class. Class is also a keyword. So as Java is a purely object-oriented programming, everything, whatever the methods, whatever the variables, whatever you are going to use, they are placed inside a class. All instance variables, whatever the methods, everything will be in the class itself. Okay, so public class. Next you have my first Java program. The next here is this is the name of the class. Name of the class. So in whatever form you can write the name of the class, but as I suggested you people yesterday that in Java the naming convention is specially followed. The first letter of the class name should be capital letter, followed by any other words. If you are combining, then their first letter should be a capital letter. That's the reason why in my first Java program I placed M capital, F capital, J capital, and P capital. So I suggest you to kindly follow the same pattern. And another point to specifically note that whatever the class name which you are going to give, with that same name dot class file will be created. With that same name, the dot class file will be created. So here if you observe that the dot class file is also created with the same name. So my first Java program and also my first program Java program dot class. Okay. Next, after this, next you have the opening brace for the class, and this is the opening brace and this is the ending brace. Remaining whatever the stuff which you are going to place inside a class, all will be placed in between these braces. This is the opening brace and this is a closing brace. Then you have the method, the specific method, which is the main method which you are going to include in Java. And main, as in C program, every program's execution starts with function main. Here also the program execution generally starts with function main here. Okay, so most of the programs, the character user interface programs which you are going to write, not applets. Applets doesn't have main, but remaining most of all the programs will have a main method. Okay, then it is a public method. Again, it is a public, means anybody can access it from outside. Anybody can use it, this method. Then you have a static, like a static keyword. The meaning of static keyword is it need not be instantiated. It can be executed without an instance. The static method, static keyword states here that it need not be instantiated. It can execute without an object. See, to execute a particular method in Java, because it is a Java object-oriented programming, compulsorily you need to have an object. But here, when you place it as a static, the meaning of that is it need not instantiate. Means the instance of a class is an object. So here, without creating an object, you can execute a method. So that's the reason why you are writing static there. So when you write a static, no object is required and you can execute that particular method. Then you have void. The meaning of void here is it is going to return nothing. So in C language, if you remember, when we learned the syntax of function, it is return type, function name, parameter list, and the body of the function. If you remember the syntax of function, it is return type, function name, parameter list, and the body of the function. Now the return type here is mandatory, and you are mentioning void. The meaning of void is it is returning, it is going to return nothing. Then you have the main method. The main, all in small letters. Then you have string args. What is the meaning of string args here is it is going to accept a parameter. It is going to accept a parameter. This parameter actually is, remember, so it is going to accept parameters of type string. It is going to accept parameters of string of type string, and after args, this is the name of the uh, parameter. In general, see for suppose if it is a function, for example, we generally write main some int x. What is the meaning of that? Main is a method which is going to accept a parameter of type integer, and the value will be stored in x. The meaning of this we have learned in C. The same way here also, the meaning of this is string is a means it is going to accept strings as parameters, like integers here, it is string, and those values will be stored in args. And what are the brackets here doing? What are the brackets mentioned here is it is going to accept array of strings, not a single string. It is going to accept array of strings. So how many strings it is going to accept? We will discuss it later on. We will discuss it later on, but it can accept an array of strings. That is the meaning of that. Okay, so after this, then again, because the method is going to start, you have this opening brace. Then because the method has ended here, it has a closing brace here. Then you have println. Println is actually a method. Println is actually a method. Okay, the purpose of println method is it is going to display whatever is given in the quotations on the screen. The purpose of println method, like printf, which we have learned in C, whatever is given in the quotations, it is going to be displayed on the screen. That is the reason why when I executed the program, the welcome to Java programming has been displayed there. Okay, so if I change it, for example, welcome to Java program. Okay, then see, whenever you make a change, you need to save it. So shortcut is Control S, or otherwise you can go for File, Save. After saving, to get effect those changes, first of all you need to compile. So without compiling, if you execute, the older result will be found because the .class file is not overwritten there. Okay, so for that, what you have to do, again you have to compile the program. Once you compile it, the program, now if you run it, now see the difference, the new thing has been displayed there. Okay, so again I'm changing it, again I'm saving, again going back, again compiling it, then executing it, I'm going to get the result. Okay, now the println is a method. So I am calling it as a method because in Java terminology we don't call it as functions, we call them as methods. So println is a method which is coming from the system class. System is a built-in class in Java, and out is an output stream object associated with an output stream, because out is an output stream object which is associated with an output stream, that is our presently it is our monitor. So system.out is an class, system is a class, and out is an output stream associated with the current output stream, that is your screen. And whatever you are going to give here in println, it is going to display it on the screen. And another point to you need to understand that ln is written here. The meaning of that is automatically after displaying whatever is there inside this, whatever is displayed inside, is there inside it, it will be displayed, and a new line character will be automatically generated. A new line character will be automatically generated. That's the reason why you are going to have a space here, an empty line here. If you might observe that there is an empty line. Okay, welcome to Java programming, and after that an empty line is updated. Means new line character will be generated automatically. So there is another method called print. We have another method called print. It doesn't generate a new line character. See the difference between the output now. Okay, now see here, there is no space. Previously there is a space, means there is an empty line here. Now we don't find an empty line here. Okay, so the no, not an empty line means a new line character has not generated. It is not coming to the next line only. Okay, so print will not generate a new line character, and print ln generates after displaying whatever is there here, will generate a new line character. So that is our first program. Okay, so any doubt regarding this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So what is all the one? Just a second. So generally after development, so here Nutana has asked a doubt here, that is all apps being developed now from Java like this? Yes, they are developed. We have just written a small program there. So they have taken a compiler, they have written a piece of code, they have compiled it, they have created a dot class file. So they are going to give that dot class file for us. Then we have a JVM which is going to convert that dot class file into the native code, and it is going to execute. Okay. There is no advanced OS, or whatever the OS, built-in OS which is it is having, whether it may be Windows or Linux or Macintosh or any other kind of Windows, uh, operating system. You can use it, and you can install Java on that operating system, and you can develop any kind of apps there. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Next. Now let us go for some other another program now. Mm, ah, yes. The next point here is, so let me go for another program. New public class add num. So public static void main string args uh, int x equals to 10, int y equals to 20, and z equals to 30. System dot, sorry, z is equals to x plus y. System dot out dot println sum of make changes to this. First, let me show you the output. Then we'll make enough changes. So we have add num.java, add num.java. So it is stored in the same folder. I saved it. Now go and compile it. Java C, add num.java, compile. Now run the program, add num. See here 10, 20, 30. So because I have just trying to display them, just 10, 20, 30 are displayed there. Okay, now what are the things which I would like to explain you here? So like in C, same way you have some built-in data types in Java which can be used. So variable declaration, like in C, the same way you can declare the variables. Okay, so here I have made assignment also. You can assign the variables, you can declare the variables, and you have the data types int, char, float, doubles. I will just show you those data types. So in C we have different data types here. So we have a byte data type, we have a short, we have an int, we have long, float, double, boolean, and char. So these are the data types which you are having in C language. So byte data type is one of the data type. Okay, so which will take only 1 byte size. Okay, means it is going to occupy 1 byte size, and its range from -128 to +127. Means if you want to have very less range of values, you want to have very less range of values. So like I have just have very less range of values here, only between -128 to +127. Then without wasting the memory, I can declare them like this. Got it? So this is going to work. Instead of integer, I can say byte. So here the conversion from integer to byte is not been done because when you're writing an expression, see here, there may be a chance that that value may be greater. That's the reason why it is not accepting, but generally you can go for this byte here. These two statements are right. Okay, means if you are going to have very small values, you can go for this smaller data types. Okay, then if you want somewhat bigger, means bigger range of values. If you want to have some bigger range of values, then you can go for this short. See in C, this is actually integer, -32,768 to +32,767. So now it is called a short in case of Java. Then you have int here, which is long in case of C. So we have -2,147,483,648 to the positive side there. Likewise, if you have more range, means if you want to have a bigger number, much bigger number, then you can go for long. Then you can have a float and double also. Then you have another data type which is boolean, which is new in Java. Then you have a char data type which supports 2. It supports Unicode here. It supports Unicode. So in case of C language, it occupies only 1 byte in character, but here it occupies 2 Unicode characters, in the sense there are 65,535 characters in Unicode, almost covering most of the languages in the world. Most of the languages in the world, it has in the Unicode. But in case of C, you have only ASCII. ASCII covers only 256 characters only. Okay, so but Unicode covers 65,535 characters. That's the reason why. So it has two bytes, which is going to occupy. Then you have the same arithmetic operators. You have plus, minus, star, and slash. Then you have percentage for modulo. You have a plus plus for increment and minus minus for decrement operator. Then you have a relational operators in Java, same as in C, double equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to. Then you have and or logical operators and or exclusively or. Then you have shortcut for end, short circuit and short circuit or. Generally we are going to use this short circuit and short circuit or. The meaning of that is, see in end what happens, uh, uh, both conditions need to be checked and they both should be true, then only the final condition will be true, otherwise the whole the condition will be false. Like in or also, if any one of the condition is true, the whole condition is true. Now while compilation, what it is going to check here, while running the code, what it is going to do here is it is going to check for first condition. If first condition is false, then it won't go for the second condition, because anyhow the whole condition will be false. Okay, so that's why it says that doesn't check the second condition if the first condition is false. Likewise, in case of short circuit or here, it is now not going for the second condition if the the first condition is true. Then you have an unary not also. Okay, so same way we are going to use the operators here. So we have used assignment operator to assign a value to x. Then you have assigned value to y. Then you have z is equals to x plus y. Two values have been added there, and it is stored in z. Then you have these values are been displayed like this in the program. Now what you can do here is you can go like this also, value stored in x, and then you go for plus. The meaning of plus here is actually concatenation. The meaning of plus here is concatenation. You are going to concatenate those two things here. Okay, you are going to concatenate those two things. Means concatenation means joining. Joining. Okay, so then you have some plus z. Now see the difference. What is how the concatenation is done here. Okay, I will make it somewhat. We'll go for this also. Now you compile it. So here, value stored in x, 10, value stored in y, 20, sum is equals to 30. Got it. Otherwise, you can write it like this also. So just make all the things as comments. Equals to plus x plus y equals to whatever is given in the quotations, it is displayed as it is. And when I'm giving the variable individually, then it is displayed like this. Sum equals to. Now see here, I can directly give the expression x plus y. Now if I'm giving x plus y, now what happens? See here. So I hope you can guess the output here. So it should means what we expect is x is equals to 10, y is equals to 20, sum is equals to 30. But it won't display like that. It's going to display it as 1020, because again it is taking as concatenation here. Again it is taking as concatenation. So to avoid that, what you have to do is you have to write it in the brackets. So then if you write it in the brackets, again if you compile it, now if you execute it, Now see here. Now you'll get the exact output. X is equals to 10, y is equals to 20, and sum is equals to 30. Got it? So any doubt in this?
No, sir.
What about others?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So that's it about the second program. So today we have learned how to set the path. We have discussed about the various things in the program, what it means, how we have to write the class name, what is the static in the sense we need not instantiate. Without instance of the class, the method is executed. Then main is going to take string arguments. So in the next class I will tell you how the string arguments are passed to the main function. Then we discussed about the operators. So we are not going in details about all these things here because already you have learned in this, C the same thing will be repeated. So as per your syllabus, it is set to discuss about the data types or operators and those all. So the same things will be repeated. So what I suggest is just to go through a book, the textbooks which you have shared with you, mainly the Herbert Schill's textbook, and you read about the data types, operators, relational operators, and then you will get a better idea. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the next class. Okay then. So we'll continue in the next class. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So
Thank
any
you, sir.
doubt?